Hello, good evening, teachers. I hope you are all able to hear me. Hello, hi, everyone. I can see so many teachers joining here. Welcome to the session. I can see so many familiar names. Priyanka ma'am is there, Chetna ma'am, Mona ma'am. Yes, I remember all of you joining the sessions previously as well. So it would be great, teachers, if you could all turn on your cameras. Would love to see you all. I always see the names, so I would like to see you as well. Thank you so much for turning on the camera, Mona ma'am. Great. So how are the sessions going on at the school, teachers? Have your schools reopened? Hello, good evening, Priyanka ma'am. Thank you for the message. And I can see a lot many teachers joining again from different schools, of course, schools and different states as well. So how are the sessions going on at your place? I mean, at your schools, ma'am. Have you all started? Hello, Meenu ma'am. Yes, I remember you also, Meenu ma'am, joining the session and actively participating in the session as well. All right, we'll start in a few minutes. We are waiting for a few more teachers to join. So teachers, I hope you all are having your practical sessions and theory sessions in the schools. So how are they going on? Good evening, Chetna ma'am. I would love to see you all on camera. हमेशा हम लोग ऐसे ही बात करते हैं off camera, right? It would be great to see you all. Hello, Rajni ma'am. Thank you for turning on the camera. Good evening, Mona ma'am. Good evening, Raman sir. All right. So I think a lot of teachers have already joined. Akshay, shall we wait for another few minutes or should we start?
Ma'am will start.
Okay, all right. So teachers, let's begin. You all might have already read in your notifications. This webinar is for Google Slides, right? We have seen Google Docs, we have seen Google Sheets also, and we have seen so many other webinars as well. I hope you are all joining these webinars and making the most out of them. We also have the course videos for you on the platform. So let's begin with the webinar today and understand what we are going to learn in today's session. So let me share my screen. Teachers, you can always drop a message in the chat or you can give me a thumbs up with your cameras on. That would be great. I'm sharing the screen, teachers. Please let me know if it is visible to you all. Yes, I've shared it from my end. Perfect, perfect. Thank you so much for replying, Rajni ma'am. All right, so teachers, we are here with another content training that is Google Slides. Let's get started and see what we have it. And I would like to also mention that the presentation that you see right now in front of you in the webinar today, that has also been created on Google Slides. So there are so many interesting things that can be done. Let us see what are those. Hello, hi, Rosie ma'am. Let's begin. So what are we going to do today? First thing, we'll have an introduction to Google Slides, and there are 3 projects that we will be creating. What are these projects and how interesting are those? We are going to see all of them. Teachers, I hope the pace at which we are going is fine, not too slow, not too fast. Please let me know if any changes needed. You can put your messages in the chat, teachers. Hello, good evening, Jasbir ma'am. Right. So let's get started, teachers. First thing, is about Google Slides, right? So Google Slides, as we know, is an online presentation app. Just like Microsoft PowerPoint is there, this one is an online application. And again, yes, because it is a part of the Google Docs editor suite, this one is a completely free one. We do not have to worry about versions. We do not have to worry about license. And we can always put our ideas into a visual format. And I would say there are so many things that can be added to a presentation here. That is, there can be pictures, there can be words, videos, sounds, images. I would say graphics also can be added at some extent, right? So what are these things? How to do that? How can we create the presentations? How can we edit the presentations? Let's see all of those one by one. First thing here, we will understand the interface of Google Slides here. That is the different components that go into Google Slide. Very first thing we have is the title. Whenever we want to give a title to the presentation, this is where we will add it. Then comes the next thing. Just 1 minute. Yes. Next thing we have is the menu bar. Now in the menu bar, we have several options through which we can use various actions on the slides. Then we have the toolbar or the quick access toolbar. We can say this will help us try many things on the slides. We can edit them using these slides. We can insert a lot of things in the slides using these tools. Next is the slideshow button. This will help us get into a presentation mode. That is, a full screen slideshow will be available for us to play the slides one by one. Next, we have the slides panel. All the slides that we are creating will be listed here one by one. Then we have the workspace. This is where we will be editing the text. We will be adding the images. We will add videos, audios, whatever is the requirement of the presentation. Then we have the speaker's note. Now, there's one interesting feature that I would like to tell you, teachers, that is speaker notes. Whatever presentation is going on, that will be visible to the viewer, to all the people who are joining the meeting, right? But speaker's notes is something the speaker can read, and even the audience would not be able to see it. I'll show you that feature also when we go ahead and create those speaker notes. Now let's talk about creating the projects in Google Slides. There are 3 different projects that we will create. First one is created using the topics of grade 4, second one from grade 5, and third one from grade 6. So 2 projects of there are connected, project 2 and project 3 are the connected ones, and project 1 is a separate one. So we will start creating all of these one by one and understand how to do them. Okay. So very first thing, when we start with our first project, that is solar system, we will understand how to open the presentation, how to name it. We'll add title, we'll add text box, slides, shapes, etc. We will do all of this and we'll try to understand how to do that. Now, if you're creating a blank presentation, teachers, all we have to do is to click here. Open a new tab. Currently, I'm logged into Google Chrome. Hence, I'm able to view this option here. We'll click this. And then we will open slides. Depending on how frequently you use an application, teachers, you will be able to see these various applications here. Let's create a blank presentation like this, right? We have created a blank presentation now. Now, the very important thing here is that we use the name here. Okay, here we will click and we will rename the file. That is a very important, and I would say the initial step while creating any file, be it anything, Google Docs, Sheets, or Slides, or even any other application that you are using. Renaming the file is the first important step. So we will name this as solar system, like this, right? And we'll press enter. As you can see, teachers, just like we saved all the progress of Google Sheets to the Google Drive, here also it gets saved. We can see the document status, all changes are saved to the drive. And if you feel during the presentation or while you are creating this presentation, if you get disconnected from the internet, right, it will still be saved. All the changes will be saved to the local device, that is to the computer. And once you get connected to the internet, then all these changes are saved to Google Drive. So your work is not lost. Unlike Microsoft PowerPoint, a few years ago, we had this problem. If we do not keep on saving it manually, everything would get lost if the power cut or the application closes suddenly. This problem would not be there with Google Slides. Everything is auto-saved. That is one thing. Second thing, multiple people can collaborate at the same time. So even if you are sitting at different locations, different states or different schools, you would still be able to work on one single document if required. All right, teachers. So I hope this is clear. You can all reply to me in the chat if you have got questions or if you've got any queries. Please let me know in the chat. All right. So let's get started, teachers. We have already created the slides here, right? And we have, we have created the first slide here, and we've also understood what we are going to do in it. That is, we have created the first one. We have renamed the slide. Now we will add a text box to it. Okay. So as you can see, there is already a text box here. You can see this is the one. Click to add title. So we'll click here. This is by default, it will appear. So let's write here solar system like this, and then we'll click here somewhere, right? Once that is done, we will try to add one more text box. Let's delete this one. Let's click any element that we would like to delete, teachers. We'll simply click on that element, and then we will press the delete or backspace button on the keyboard, or you can also right click and delete. So the element will be deleted from here. Next thing is we would like to insert a text box. So let's go here to the insert option in menu and then click text box. And then let's draw a text box here. All right. Maybe let's write here Team YOLO like this. We have done. Now what we can do is with this text box is we can drag it anywhere that we want. We can place it anywhere in any corner at any location. That is completely up to us. Now you can see, teachers, while I'm placing the text box here, there is a vertical line, vertical red line. This is showing the exact center of the slide to us. We can place it here. If we try to move it vertically, we can see there is a horizontal red line also. That is showing us the horizontal margin. That is exactly the center, horizontal center of the slide here. We can place it here. That's again a choice. All right. So this is how initially we add the text box to the slides. Then let's understand how to add a new slide to the presentation. Okay. So here we right click and we can click here the new slide option. This is one option here. And we can also use the edit menu. If we want to undo, redo again, there are options to undo the action, redo the action, just like we have seen it in Google Sheets, right? So teachers, I hope most of you remember joining the Google Sheets webinar, right? So let's take a look at here this new slide that we added, okay? Now, when we want to add more things to it, we can add, there are shapes that we can add, there are images that we can add, and so many more things. So should we get started with adding more things, teachers? Text box we have done. All right. So let's add a shape here. Let's open it. Yes. So to do that, we have two ways to do that. First one, we can go to the option in the menu bar, that is insert, and then click shape. Then we get a variety of shapes here. There are shapes, arrows, callouts, and equation. 4 types. We can choose any one of these. Or even there is again a shortcut here to do so. Let's delete this text box first and this one also. And here we can see the shapes tool. When we click here, we can again see the same option. This is a shortcut available on the toolbar, teachers. Okay, so we can choose any one of these. Let's go for this sun. I'm adding this one so that it matches the solar system presentation that we are talking about. Yes, this is how we create it. Now, there is one interesting thing that I would like to tell you, teachers. Here, when we are moving it, okay, we can see there is a horizontal red line that will tell us the center. And then let's move it towards the right a little bit. That will give us the vertical center also, like this. Right now, the image is in proper center. And when you want to maintain the height and width ratio so that the image does not look something like this, right? In that case, we will, first thing I'll do undo and place it properly here, correct? And then we'll click here and we will resize it from the corners so that the image is in proper proportion. Like this, let's bring it to the center and here. Okay, perfectly at the center, right? The image is now set here, teachers. Okay, if you want to make more changes to it, now the sun definitely would not look better in gray color, right? Let's add some colors to it. Let's click the shape here. And then here, this is the option to fill the color inside that shape. So let's click fill color. It is very similar to the paint option. So let's click this and let's use the yellow color here, right? Bright yellow color. Once that is done, then we will add more to it. We can add a border color also. So let's click the shape again. And this is the border color. So let's click this. And then we will choose another color, maybe a little darker one. Yes. So the border color is also added. Good evening, Sakshi ma'am. Welcome to the session. All right. So we can see here, teachers, that the shape is now added, right? I hope inserting the shapes was easy to understand. Any questions related to that, teachers? All right. Now let's go ahead and add some images. This was a shape, right? Let's add one more slide. Okay. Let's right click and click new slides. Done. Now we want to insert some shape into it. Sorry, an image into it. Okay, so let's delete this existing text boxes. Let's insert a shape, image. Let's click insert. Good evening, Priyanka ma'am. Let's click the insert option and image. And then we have several options available here. Upload from computer, stock and web. That is, you can Google here and add it from there. From the Google Drive, it can be added, or you can also take a live picture through the camera. We can also use the URL option, teachers. Okay, so let's use the stock and web option. This is a new option added by Google Slides recently. So let's add this, and here we will search for solar system. We have a search bar. This is just like Google, but instead of going to the Google page separately, we can directly insert it from here. So this will also do the same thing. Right, solar system, we pressed enter, and let's look for all those stock images. Let's go for a nice one. I think this will work. Yes, this suits. Perfect. So this image is available. We can, again, if we want to make changes to it, what do we do, teachers? We double click and we can see these black handles appearing here. This will help us crop the image. That is, unwanted area of the image that we want to delete. We can always do that. Let's do that. Let's reduce this a little bit. Maybe from here. I think this is fine. Right. And again, if it has to be resized, we can do it from the corner so that the height width ratio is not disturbed. Right? Now, this is one method. Let's add one more slide here and see how we can upload it from the computer. So let's insert one image. Image, upload from computer. So here currently I have a flower image on the desktop. Let's add it. I know it does not suit the solar system right now, but I'm just showing you how to insert the image here. So this is one added. This is how it will look. We can again resize it and place it here. So this is how it is to be inserted from the system here, teachers. Okay. So inserting from the system, from the web, all of that is possible, right? And I've shown you there are other options too. From Google Drive also you can add, right? Now, once we have added the image to it, right? Let us understand a few more tricks here in the presentation. Okay. First thing, I do not want this slide here. So what do? We can either click the delete button. The slide, as you can see, teachers, the slide has been selected, right? I'll zoom it a little bit. Oh, sorry. I'll zoom the browser. Yes. You can see, teachers, this slide has been selected. The blue border marked here says that the slide is selected. Now, we want to delete it. We can either press the delete or backspace button on the keyboard, or we can also press right click and then delete. So that slide gets deleted. Now, the next thing that we want, whatever we have done so far, maybe in this slide or this slide, we want to duplicate that thing. That is, the same copy is to be made. We don't want to do the same thing all over again. So we'll click the slide, right click, and then duplicate like this. Entire slide will be duplicated. We do not have to copy paste all the contents of one slide to the other. That would not be required. Okay, easily it can be duplicated. Now let's try to delete this slide. Right click and delete. Or if you want to skip that slide, we can do that also. Let's press undo, and let's skip this slide. When we are seeing it in the presentation, we would not be seeing this slide. I will just type here one thing so that we know it's a duplicate slide. I'll just mention it here. Duplicate slide. Okay. Yes. So let's now do one thing. We can see this one is to be put in skip mode. so that when we view it in the presentation, it will not be visible in the slideshow mode. Okay, it will be there in the presentation, but it will not be visible in the slideshow mode, teachers. So that is why we put it in a skip mode. Next thing we'll do is to see how to open the presentation. That is, whatever we have done so far, that is to be shown in a slideshow mode. So this is where we do the slideshow mode like this. I hope, teachers, it's visible. We click the next button and one by one the slides will start appearing. Second slide was of that of the sun. Next one was of the solar system. And there was one more slide that was duplicate slide. But that is not visible. No matter how many times we click the next button or the next arrow, it will not open because that slide is in a skip mode. So this is how the presentation is to be viewed, teachers. I'll press the escape button to come out of this, right? And we can see this slide did not appear. I hope, teachers, it's clear. Any questions related to this project so far? You were talking about the solar system project? Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, Priyanka ma'am, for the confirmation. Okay. All right. So whatever we have done so far, let's open that. Let's revise that with the help of a few quiz questions, right? So here is our first question. Dash tool helps us to add text to our presentation. Image, text box, or shapes? What should be the option, teachers? Correct options, A, B, C. Option B, that's correct. It should be a text box. Next question, the dash feature is used to view presentations. Slideshow, view, or zoom? Okay, Dimple ma'am was the fastest finger first person here with the answer slideshow. That is correct, teachers. Slideshow is the correct answer here. Perfect, perfect. Thank you so much. I can see so many answers pouring in. Thank you so much, teachers, for answering. Let's go to the next project. This is our project, teachers, for the next one. Now we can see there are themes added here into the presentation, right? And themes are going to make the, they are the special designs which we add into our presentation to make it look better. And again, as you can see, there are multiple things going on here in the presentation. So what we will do is we will open the template from here, right? I'm going to share the template link with you all, teachers, so you can again keep on practicing it with me. Here, I'm sharing it multiple times so that you all can make a copy of it and start creating the presentation along with me. Right. I think I've shared it multiple times. Most of you will be able to open the presentation and make a copy of it. So we'll copy this document, make a copy of this document, that is Seven Sisters of India. You know, the northeastern states are called as the Seven Sisters of India, right? Any teachers here from the Seven Sisters of India? Any teachers who have joined from the special Seven Sisters of India? All right. Okay, so we can see here, teachers, that the presentation is ready and there is information, two-line information on each state here, correct? All the 7 states are mentioned here, and there is a lot more to do in this presentation. So we'll understand how to add these things one by one. Okay, so I hope, teachers, you've all received the link to the presentation. You can create a copy of it and start editing it along with me. You can also, I would like to mention one thing to you all, teachers. You can install the Google Slides application and you can do it on your phones also. It is possible. All right, let's get started. So first thing we will do is to apply and modify the themes here. Okay, so let's go ahead with that. Let's click the slide here and then right click and we'll click change theme. So from the themes here, we can select any theme that we want that will change the look and feel of the presentation. So let's go ahead. Let's select a nice one. Yeah, maybe this one. This is the one we have used in the project, teachers, hence I'm showing it. But again, we can customize the templates. We can also create more themes as we want. That's completely up to us. I mean, definitely creativity does not have any limit, right? So as you can see here, the slides have already changed their theme, right? The theme has been applied to all the slides in one go. That is one thing. Now, changing the theme was one part. Now let us understand how to apply the layouts here. Okay, so we want, this slide is already done. What we'll do is we'll click here and then right click, and we will use the apply layout option. From here, we can decide what kind of layout do we want for the slide. Okay, so let's go for this one and maybe this one. Right now here we can see that the slide has changed the layout. Okay, we can cut this from here, Control X and Control Shift V. Oh, sorry. I'll press undo. Yes. Control C. Okay. So we can see it is gone here. Or if you want, we can always delete that. Okay. No, it's not taking the feature that we want. But again, we can place it this way. It's completely up to us. Now, let's say, teachers, we don't want this color to appear here. Then in that case, we can change the background color also. So right click and change background. We can choose a color of our choice. Maybe this one. So we can see it has come in multiple colors. Again, we want to change it a little bit, maybe this one, and done. You can see two colors are appearing here. This was already present as a part of the theme, and this is something we have added. The white background turned into light green. I hope, teachers, it's clear. All right. We have modified the theme, we have added the theme, we have applied the layout also. Now, I would like to ask you questions, teachers. Here, yes, thank you. Thank you so much for confirming, Harpreet ma'am, Chetna ma'am, and Dimple ma'am. Right. So we have seen when there is, so much of data provided to us, it becomes difficult. Let's say, okay, Priyanka ma'am, कौन सा part फिर से बताना है? बताइए एक बार. Specifically कोई part बताना है? आप एक बार शेयर कर देंगी मैम. स्लाइड्स डिफरेंट कैसे? अच्छा, ओके ओके. देखिए मैम, सबसे पहले हमने क्या किया, राइट क्लिक किया इस स्लाइड पर और हमने लेआउट चेंज किया. मतलब इसका जो लुक है, अलग अलग कंपोनेंट्स जो इसमें एडेड है, उनका प्लेसमेंट हमने चेंज किया. जैसे मान लेते हैं अगर हम ये वाला लेआउट अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, देखिए ये वाला, तो कुछ इस तरीके से आएगा. ओके. और अगर हम दूसरा वाला ले रहे हैं, ये लेआउट यहां से भी चेंज किया जा सकता है. देखिए ये चेंज कर रहे हैं, तो ये डिफॉल्ट थीम के साथ अवेलेबल है. ओके, इस वजह से चेंज हो रहा है. अब यहां पर उसका बाय डिफॉल्ट बैकग्राउंड था व्हाइट कलर. हमने क्या किया, हमने उसे चेंज किया इस कलर में. इफ यू वांट टू ब्रिंग इट बैक टू द सेम व्हाइट बैकग्राउंड, दैट कैन बी डन. लेट्स से दिस वन व्हाइट. ओके, इट विल कम बैक टू दिस वन. और इफ यू डोंट वांट, अगेन अंडू तो प्रेस कर ही सकते हैं. राइट. आई होप इट्स क्लियर प्रियंका मैम. हाफ डिवाइड कैसे किया है, दैट इज पार्ट ऑफ अ लेआउट मैम. ओके, आई होप इट इज क्लियर टू यू. राइट. नाउ द नेक्स्ट थिंग इज we are adding a table, right? We are talking about, I think, yes, there is one thing that I would like to mention, which is one minute. I would like to show, yes, we had seen Google Sheets, right? One minute. Or okay, I think this will do. If I'm sharing the text like this, maybe I'll use the names that I'm seeing here right now. Okay, I'm just putting an example, teachers. Okay, I put this, then I write here. Okay, I'm putting in this data, teachers. Are you able to understand anything from this apart from the names? Can you all tell me, teachers, what do you understand? I have just taken the names from the list of teachers who have joined, and I put some numbers. What do you understand by these numbers? Can you all tell me, teachers? What do you all understand by the numbers that you see here and the names? What could it be? Any idea, teachers, what I'm trying to tell with the help of these names and these numbers? Okay, give it a thought. What could it be? Serial number. Okay, Mona ma'am says serial number. Anything else, ma'am? Anything else that you would like to share? Any other thought that could be coming to your mind? When the data is presented in this manner, it is difficult to comprehend, right? We do not know what does that exactly mean. In that case, what we do is we will be inserting some more things here. Okay, let's say this one maybe. Okay, capital cities. Now here, what we'll do is we will insert a table and then make it better to understand. Let's add maybe two columns and a few more rows, right? The table is added here. Let's say state and then capital. Okay, it's done. So here we can start adding Assam. Then we can add Arunachal Pradesh. Right? Tripura, like this, and Nagaland. Okay, like this. So when the data is available in this format, okay, then it is easier to understand. Maybe instead of this, we add population. Okay, so let's say population. Okay, the population, I'm just mentioning a random number here, teachers. I'm not aware of the exact population. So let's say this is in lakhs. Okay, so let's say 56. Then we are adding 78. Maybe this one, 84. And then 46. Okay, I'm adding it in this manner just for an example. This is not the exact population. Okay, so here we have added the data. Now is it easy to understand what we are trying to mention? Is it easy to comprehend, teachers, the state and the population that we are mentioning here, right? So when it comes in a tabular format, that is rows and columns, it becomes easier. We can add more and more rows, more columns to this. Let's say I'll just show you here. Right side, insert row or column towards the right side. That's completely up to us. So we can add here more things here, right? Maybe capital, right? So the tabular format is going to give us a better idea of the data that we have. And here, when we are creating this table, definitely it can be customized, it can be made better. Let's say we want to change the font style, we want to change the size of the text, we can do that. So here, let's say, let's make a change to it. Maybe this one, and we increase the size of the titles of the columns, right? And then we can make it bold, italic, underline. That's up to us. And then we can also change the text color. The text color, maybe let's make this one, right? Now, after that is done, we can do the similar things here for the text of the remaining text of the table here. So let's say maybe italic. Let's use another font, this one, right? So like this, the changes can be made, teachers. We can have this. Oh, I think this is a very light color, maybe a dark one. Yes. We can have border colors also for this entire table, right? Let's give a border color. It can be this color, right? And if you want, we can also have a background color here, which will help us through the fill color option. So let's use fill color. Maybe let's go for a lighter color so that all the text is visible. Okay, this is visible. But if you want to have separate color for each cell, that can also be done, teachers. So we'll select these cells here and change the color. Let's make it this one. So you can see the table each cell can have a different color. I think we can make it more colorful and interesting with different colors and different styles of borders here. I hope, teachers, the part of the table is clear. How to insert the table, how to create it, right? That's done. Okay, moving on to the next part, that is charts. So we had seen charts in our Google Sheets, correct? How to insert a chart and all. We have done that before. So let's say we duplicate this slide and here we'll insert the chart. So let's go for it. Insert. Sorry. insert, and then we'll click chart. Here we are creating a column chart. So let's click this. Right. You can see here the chart is created, teachers. I think I should delete this. Let's delete. Insert chart here, and we'll select a column option. Okay. Now here the chart has been created by default. I mean, it's not any of the link data here. So we want to create a link chart here. We can definitely do that also. How do we do that? Any idea, teachers? Can we link the Google Sheet and Google Slides? Do you think that is possible? Will it be possible, teachers? Will it be will be able to take the data from the charts? Okay, we'll do that. Let me show you a link here. 1 minute. Let's see. We are opening this link. And we'll paste here. Okay. I'll share this link with you all, teachers, if you want. We are having one, yes, Google Sheet already created for you. This is the one. This is the list of monuments of India, their significance, their description, and their location also. Okay, so this is the one. Now, if we want to directly insert this table into the Google Slides, we can do that also. So let me show you how that is done. Let's delete this. 1 second. Let's delete this. Insert table, or okay, 1 second. Let's copy this thing. Let's copy the entire table or the cells from here, and then we come to the Google Slides and we simply press Ctrl V. Okay, you can see the options, teachers, that it is showing link to spreadsheet or paste unlinked. Okay, now here we are going to link to spreadsheet so that whatever changes are done in this table here, it will be reflected. Okay, so let's go for this one and paste. The data is added here. Okay, let's stretch it a little bit to make it better and visible for us. Let's drag it wherever we want again. That's possible. Now I think let's undo, and yes, now let's drag it properly here to the center of the screen. And then let's select all the cells one by one, and we'll increase the size of the data. So that size of the text that you were able to see. Let's increase it this way, like this, right? It's visible, correct? Now, if we make a change to the text in the sheet here, in the Google Sheet, will we be able to check? Okay, let's add one more here, or maybe insert a column row above. Let's say we want to add someone. I live at a very wonderful place that's called, it's not a monument, but it's a wonderful site. So we can have, okay, there's a nice fort near Pune, that is Sinhagad, or we can also add the Raigad fort. Okay, it is in Raigad. And I think there's one Raigad in Chhattisgarh also. It's a fort. Okay, so let's see if it got updated here or not. Let's reload and check. Okay, we had selected only those slides. Just 1 minute. Let's make it as Red Fort, or we can have, okay, maybe this one can change. 1 second. Let's delete the row. Yes, let's make it as Taj Hotel. I'm just making a little change, teachers. I know that's not, this is not what we are looking for, right? Let's check if it has changed here. Let's reload this and check. I think it's taking a little time. But yes, these two are linked already. So we can always do that. Whatever table or whatever set of rows and columns we have in a Google Sheet, we can always import that to the presentation. It will be easily possible, like we have just done. I hope, teachers, that is clear to you. Right? Now let's take a look at inserting the charts. Let's go for chart. Yes, it should come. 1 second. I'll duplicate this slide and delete this one. Insert and chart. So again, there are several options to insert different types of charts can be inserted. We have seen the different types in the previous session, teachers, correct? So we'll insert a chart here, a column type like this, right? This is one option. So we can have default image here, or if we want to create something from the slides, from the Google Sheets, that can also be done. Let's duplicate this. Let's delete. And we can see here, while inserting the chart, there is an option to do it from the sheets also. So let's do it from the sheets. So we can have one for the state and yes, this one, population and insert. Okay, there wasn't any chart in it. We can create one, just 1 minute. I'll create it for you all. Insert. Just 1 minute, teachers. It's, I think, delete. 1 minute. I'm creating one chart for you all. It's chart and column chart. Yes. Okay. Now I have added a chart to the population sheets that we had already. So here we'll insert, click insert, and then we'll click chart, and then from sheets. So from the population sheet, we'll do that and insert. So here we had already created one chart which was already existing in that sheet, right? And link to spreadsheet, we'll click this one and import. So from another sheet, another Google, element, we added this population chart here, right? Now this can be converted into a pie chart or a line chart or a bar column, right? A bar chart. All of that can be done if that changes in the original sheet, right? That change can be made here directly. So you can see how the population is changing, right, teachers? It is visible in a format that we created in the Google Sheet. I hope, teachers, how we link the two things, that is clear to you all. Any questions related to this? Anything that you would like to ask? Okay. I suppose no questions. Okay. Thank you, Dimple ma'am. Right. Now let's go for adding something more. Now we can see there are different, we always see there are diagrams and pictures in the presentation, right? Which make it more, I would say, effective, right? And it is going to help us understand the process, the information that the presenter wants to display. So for that, we have the diagrams available. Okay. So to do that, what we'll do is we'll go to the slides here. Let's say, let's duplicate this one, or we can also insert a new slide here. Okay, new slide done. And let's delete these two elements from here, insert, and then we'll go for diagram. Now in diagram also, you can see, teachers, there are several options available. That is, there's grid, hierarchy, timeline, process. These are the different types of diagrams that we can create. Let's say we want to understand a process. You might have seen several such type of diagrams while you are viewing different presentations online, right? So to do that, now we can select from any one of these available. Let's go for this one. This looks interesting, right? So we can see the pyramid is available. This is a 3-level process, right? 1, 2, 3. So this is available, and along with that, the text is available. We can always edit that text the way we want, and we can change the font style, font color, and again, the way the entire slide looks. This is one way to add the diagram. We can also, if we want something from Google, that can also be done anytime, right? So we can add more and more types of process. If you want to add more steps to it, we can do that. Let's say we want to add 5 steps. So this is the one. Let's delete this and let's add this one. So 5 steps are added to that pyramid. You want to change the color, we can do that. Let's go for this one. So we can see, yes, this is how we change it. And such interesting kind of features can be added to our presentation also. I hope, teachers, the diagrams part is clear, right? Are you all, Excited to see all these features that we can easily import, right? Right. Thank you. Thank you so much for mentioning that, yes, Devanshi ma'am. Right. So we can see here, now there is an important thing here. Let's say this line, this green color line that we see here, we are not so happy with it. What do? We will simply, and as you can see, it is available on every slide present here. Now that is a little boring, right? That was the default theme that was available here, right? We have taken one from there, but we are still not happy with it. We will make changes to it. How do we do that? We will click the slide here and then click the slide option from the menu bar, and then we will edit theme. Now, here several slides are available, the different ones which are used here one by one. We can change all of them as and when required. What we will do is, we will click this bar here. As you can see, this is one of the elements available here. Okay, so let's say we want to place this page number. This is page number, teachers. The hashtag means a page number. Okay, so this can be increased maybe a little bit. Okay, and I'm doing it for the purpose of, so that it is visible clearly to us. Let's go for bright color so that it's clearly visible, maybe bold. These changes can be made. And let's say we want to increase the size. I know it will change the format a little bit, but I want to show you the impact immediately, right? So let's change the color maybe. I think a lighter color would go better, right? This one. And if you want to change the shape again, that can also be done. Or we can add a shape if we want to. So this is the one shape. And let's say we want to add maybe this shape here. So let's add it. I'm first drawing this one. I'll delete this. And this shape goes here. We will stretch it a little bit to move to this side, to the corners. And let's make these corners a little more round. Yes. We can also make it more interesting with a nice border color. I'll put a border color that will be clearly visible. I think, yes, it's visible like this. And then we will simply click this reapply to all. Currently, this particular format is being used by 14 slides. So we click reapply to all, and within a few seconds, it will be applied to all of them. You can see here, I think changing the color would be a better option. The changes will be visible clearly. Maybe this color, right? And then we'll reapply. I think, yes, it's already applied. So we can see, teachers, the changes are applied to all the slides here, right? Within just one click. I mean, we just had to make a few changes and it was added, right? Was it clear, teachers? Any questions that you have regarding this project? Okay. So the master slide has been changed. We can always do that, and not just one slide. That you can see there were so many slides there. In the entire theme, there were so many of them. We can always edit these slides. That is completely up to us. Even this theme. I think Priyanka ma'am had a question how to change this, right, ma'am? This is a shape here. Okay, half color जो किया था ना, वो यहाँ से अगर हम इसे थोड़ा कम भी करते हैं, तो ये कम हो जाएगा. Okay, and let's see in our main slide. ये देखिए यहाँ पर चेंज हो गया. ओके, तो ये चेंजेस हम मास्टर स्लाइड से कर सकते हैं. इट इज इजीली पॉसिबल, एंड नॉट जस्ट what you can do is, teachers, even if there are existing themes, you can use them and you can customize them as per the requirement. It is very, very easy, right? Okay, let's move further, teachers. I hope I've answered your questions. If there were any, थोड़ा भी डाउट आपके मन में चल रहा होगा तो वो क्लियर हो चुका है, राइट? ओके, नाउ लेट्स ऐड मोर इफेक्ट्स टू इट. थोड़ा और ड्रामेटिक बनाते हैं इसे. ओके, राइट. सो लेट्स डू वन थिंग. लेट्स से we want to edit this process here. Okay, 1 minute. Let's place it properly. Okay, now we want each thing to appear one by one. So what we'll do is, we will click the element, right click, and then click the animate button. Once that is done, we will animate more to it. First one comes first, then comes second, add animation, third, add animation, fourth, again add animation, and fifth, add animation. The reason we are doing this is, teachers, this will show the presentation will appear in a more dramatic way and it will be more interesting, right? So how does this look? Now we have added animations. Let's see this in the slideshow mode and see if that looks interesting. Okay, 1 minute. Oh, I think that's changing the color. Okay, okay. 1 minute. One second. Let's insert the process again. Undo. Redo. Okay. Slideshow mode. Okay, we have changed the color here. So one by one, those things are appearing. And how are they doing it? Let's see. Let's click the slide here. We can see first the pyramid will appear. Then the points will be highlighted. As you can see, it appeared in green color. Then the second one, third, fourth, and fifth. Right? So you can see, teachers, how the animations are appearing. And not just for this one, we can do it for the others also. Let's say we want to add, I think we had images here. I'll show you for this one, this PPT. I think it will be better. This one, right click and animate. Okay, let's see the slideshow here. I'm unable to click one. Okay, yes. So once we click, the image will appear. And not just this, as many elements as you want, all of that can be added here. Animation is going to make the presentation more interesting. Let's go back to the Seven Sisters project, right? And from here, we will now apply transitions to the slide. When we are moving from one slide to the other, we want more effect to be added. So we do that with the help of the transition effect. We'll click the slide and then we can see there is transition option. So here, there are options to change the transition. There are several options again. Let's try to see it. Dissolve is one. There is fade. Let's use the cube so that it's easy to understand. You can see here, we can view the changes. This is the cube one. Okay, so let's stop this. And that will give us a preview. Now we want to apply the same transition to all the slides. You will simply click apply to all slides and it will be applied within a second, right? Let us see this in a slideshow mode. It will be easier for us to understand. One by one, let's move the slides and see. I hope, teachers, it's visible. It's moving the entire slide as a cube. And if you want to add transition to the slides, different transitions to all of them, that can also be done with the help of the transition option. You can see here how interesting it looks. Right. So we can do this. And if we want individual transition for each slide, that can also be done. Instead of cube, if we want to have gallery, we can do that. Okay. So it is applied to this slide. Let's see. Slideshow. You can see a different one here, right? It's a gallery. And this is cube. Gallery. From here, 1 to 2, it will apply gallery. And then it will apply the cube transition. I hope, teachers, it is clear. Any questions related to this? Okay, perfect, perfect. I think it's clear to all of you. Great to know that. And great to know that you are, making sure you are answering these things to me, right? Okay, let's go for one more feature that we would like to see. That is audio and video. We often see audios and videos in the presentations, right? Let's go for that. And let's add some video related to folk dances in the northeastern states. Okay, so there are so many of them. Let's try to add, insert, and then we go for video. Okay, so here we'll search for Manipuri dance. Manipuri is one of the classical dances. So classical dance. Right. We can add, let's try to add a short one. Okay, yes, this seems to be good. And let's click insert. So directly from YouTube, we can add a dance here, add a video here. And again, we can place it wherever we want, increase the size of this. right? We can add nice border color or maybe some effect to it. That is completely up to us, teachers. Let's add this orange color. Maybe let's make it a little more thick so that it's visible using the border weight option. Okay, right? It's visible, teachers, and we can change the shape a little bit using this option. We'll try to mask it. Okay, for this one, it will not be possible. For the image, it is possible. So I hope, teachers, the video part is clear, right? Now let's try to add some audio to it. Okay, so here let's add an audio. It's related to elephants. Okay, so let's go to insert and then add an audio. From here also we can upload it from the computer. We can upload it from the Google Drive. That's completely up to us. Okay, so let's see if I have any audio available. Okay, this is different. Let's try to add this one. I know this will not be related to the theme. This is water audio, but let's see if it's playing. Okay, let's play and check. I think yes. Is it audible to you, teachers? Are you all able to hear the audio that we just played? You can give a thumbs up or you can just put a message in the chat. Yes. Oh, okay. It was not audible, ma'am. Okay. I think I'll have to share the screen once again. Just 1 minute. I'll share. Share sound. Yes. Now, can you confirm, teachers? Are you all able to hear the sound? Perfect, right? So we can add sound to the presentation also, right? This is how we can do it with the help of audio and video. Sorry. And here on the right hand side, we have the options to customize things here. So that can be easily done. Perfect. I hope, teachers, this second project is clear to you. Any questions that you have related to the second project? Okay, perfect, perfect. I think it's clear to most of you. Right. Wonderful, teachers. The transitions, the animations, all of that is clear. Wonderful. Great to know that. So can we move to the next project? Shall we? Or shall we have some quiz questions? All right, let's move to the quiz questions here. First question. Great to see, teachers, that you all are so excited to view the quiz questions also. First question, dash make the presentation visually colorful and interesting. Is it the themes, sound, or table? Absolutely correct. That is themes. Themes are done, and we have also seen how to change the master slide. Let's go for the second one. Dash showcase the numerical and statistical data in a visualized way. Sound, table, or charts. Which one would be the correct option? Amandeep ma'am answered it first, I guess. That is charts. Perfect. Perfect, teachers. Charts will help us visualize the data in a better manner, be it in the Google Sheets or be it in the Google Slides here. Perfect. Now let's go for the next project that we have here. That is the Monuments of India. Right? And in this project, again, as you can see, this is a grade 6 project. And here we are going to, again, add more things. We have added text box, we have added slides, animation, so many things, right? Now we'll see the advanced features of Google Slides. Let's do that with this project. Okay, 1 second. Right. Let's open the link. I'm going to share this link of the template with you, teachers. Okay, yes. I'll also open the link, and here I'm sharing the link with you all so that you all can create copy of this slide. I'm sharing it multiple times so that you don't miss out on it. Perfect. I've shared, and now let's create a copy of the Monuments of India. Yes. I hope it is visible to all of you, teachers, right? Okay. Now, I would like to understand one thing, teachers. If we want to turn on the light in the room, how do we do that? If we want to turn on the light in a room, how do we do that? Any idea, teachers? A simple question. If we want to turn on the light in a room, turn on light or fan, how do we do that? We will switch on the button by pressing switch on. Okay, press the switch. Amandeep ma'am, that's the correct answer. Press the switch. We click a button, right? We press that switch button and we turn on the light or we turn on the fan. Correct, teachers? So such kind of button can be added in our presentation also. So for that, I mean, what is that called? That is called as an action button. How do we use that button? Let me show you here. Okay. Here, when we want to create that button, what we'll do is we will insert a shape, any shape that we want. Let's go for this one and maybe this button. Let's give it a dramatic look. Okay, so let's create a button here and we name it as action button. I'm double clicking and writing here action button. Okay, so let's make it more interesting. Let's make it maybe a little small. Okay, this, let's increase the font size. Then maybe the text format. I think this will do. Let's change the color, the text color, maybe this one. The background color, I think this would do. Right. And we can have a little shadow effect to it to make it more interesting. So let's use the format options and drop shadow. Maybe we can have a reflection as well to make it look like a button here, right? So this is done. Now, this button is going to help us go to a link or a presentation, or we can say another page, right? So what we'll do is here, we'll search for that. Let's search for Monuments of India. Maybe a nice Wikipedia page would do. Let's go for that. Let's search for Wikipedia. Yes, this is the Wikipedia page. Let's go to this Monuments of National Importance. So now what we will do is we will copy the link here, copy, and we'll come back to the presentation. And then we will click this and click insert, click the link option. So let's click link, and then this will be linked to the new page that we want. That is Monuments of National Importance. So when we click this link during the presentation here, let's see, let's click, and this will take us to the Wikipedia page. And not just this, teachers, we can also link it to the previous slide, first slide, second slide. That is completely up to us. This is called as the action button, and this button will help us navigate to another pages outside the presentation and also within the presentation. I hope, teachers, this is clear what the action button does. It is doing an action for us, right? It is letting us go to another page or another website wherever we are adding the link, right? I hope, teachers, it is clear. Any questions related to the action button? Okay, perfect. We have also seen how to import the data, correct? So let's try it once again. Here, we'll click insert. I've shown you this Monuments of India slide, sheet, right? So we'll copy again. What we'll do is we will copy all these things from here. Copy. We'll come to this slide here and paste. Link to spreadsheet. Yes, we would like to link it to the spreadsheet. We'll keep it as it is. And here, this is how we import the data. No matter from which Google Sheet you want to do it, we can always do that with the help of the option, that is copy paste. Or again, there is one more option to do so. I'll show you. If you want to import the slides also, teachers, that can be done from another presentation. If you want to add slides, we can do that. I'll show you import slides. We'll do it from the Seven Sisters, maybe. Okay, let's click insert. And from this, we'll select a slide. Maybe this one. Okay, and import. So we can import slide from other presentations also here. You can see it's available, right? This is from another presentation. We would not have to copy paste. We can directly import it from another presentation with the help of the import option, import slides option, right? And along with that, we can add more and more things to it. Let's say multiple people are working right now. I could see here, on Monuments of India. I think I shared this sheet with many of you. So you could see that this can be, multiple people were working on this, right? We can also do the same for Google Slides here. And when you are working, let's say I want to leave a comment for a team member of mine, right? I would like to do that. Let's say I'll select this table. Let's press undo. Okay. I'll select this table and then right click and I'll put a comment here. So the comment is, please check the data, right? Or we'll write here, please verify the information. So the team member will verify the information, edit it, and then make the changes as required here. And then we put a comment. So this comment will not be visible in the slideshow format, but yes, all those who are editing this will definitely have will definitely be able to see this comment here. This comment is for editing purpose or to refer something. For the person who is adding, can we add multiple comments? Yes, Chetna ma'am, multiple comments can be added, and for multiple people also. For example, I would like to tag someone from my team, right? So I will type here and then let's say edit. Let's say I would like to tag someone from our team, right? So we'll write @sign. Maybe someone from our team is selected, and then we can add their email ID there. @sign is to be added, and then put the email ID. It will be saved, right? So then that person gets the mail that it has been saved, that the comment has been added for you. So you can go ahead and add the comment. Resolve the comment. All right. And this comment thing, it actually helps a lot when multiple people are working, because then the multiple people will know what changes are to be made, what new things to be added, and also if something is going wrong there, right? Now, let's add one more, let's see one more feature here that we have for Google Slides. Here, we do not know what is the meaning of one of the words, okay? So let's try that. Let's maybe increase the font size. I hope teachers it's visible, right? You want to understand what the word memorial means. So we'll click here, we'll select this word memorial, right click, and then we will click define memorial. It is going to open the dictionary for us, what the word memorial means, what is the pronunciation, how it can be used in a sentence. All of that will be visible here through the dictionary option. And this dictionary will help us throughout the presentation. We can always use this. It's a very useful tool, teachers. And if you have used Microsoft Word or Excel or PowerPoint, you might be able to know, you might recollect that there was an option there as well. It was the thesaurus option in Microsoft Office, right? Same way, we have the dictionary option, which will help us know the meaning of the words that we are using in the presentation. I hope it's clear, teachers. Any question regarding the dictionary? Okay. I see there are no. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Mona ma'am. Okay. Now, let us see one more feature here. That is the annotation feature. Now, we'll go to slideshow mode. And here, when we are presenting this entire slideshow, slides, a set of slides, we will we want to highlight something. Often you might have seen during the techie trainings that you might have had, our trainers, they often underline something or want to highlight something. What do? We annotate. This is the annotate option. We click here. Oh, sorry. This is the Zoom annotation. I'm sorry. Here, 1 second. Okay, here. Yes. So we click here. I think I should go to the previous slide. Yes. And here we click these 3 dots, and then we will turn on the laser pointer or turn on the pen. That's completely up to us. For pen, laser pointer will keep the, along with the cursor, this pointer will keep on moving. Wherever we'll go, the laser pointer will keep on moving like a comet here. Okay. And if we don't want that, we want a pen to highlight, then turn on pen. And then this is what we can do. It is not going to make changes to the presentation, teachers, this will not be anywhere. Whatever I draw here, whatever I scribble here, it's not going to change the presentation. No matter how untidy the slide looks right now, presentation will be unharmed. Okay, it will be only for the presentation purpose. Let me show you. I'll press escape and the slide is intact. Nothing happened to the slide. It is as it is. This is used for the presentation purposes. Whenever we want to make the presentation more effective, we want to highlight a particular point, we can always use this pen option. And yes, that can be deleted while we are using it. Right? Now, let's go for the Zoom part. Let's say this is I would like to say that I'm not able to see the text properly, or maybe we want to make minor changes to the image or something. Then we are not able to see it properly. Let's say we want to crop it, but we are not able to see it clearly. Then we will use the zoom feature. This is the zoom feature here, or we can also use through view option. Zoom menu, we can zoom in, zoom out using these different options. The number percentages are available. We can select any one of those and the screen will be zoomed in that manner. We can click this, double click, and maybe reduce this, crop this image properly. So when we zoom the screen, teachers, it becomes much more easier for us to identify the mistakes and we can rectify them easily with the zoom option. You can see this is done, right? We can increase it more as and when we want. If you want to reduce it, we can do it here with the fit option, or again, it can be reduced to the percentage that we want. And again, yes, the standard method, Control plus is always available. I'm pressing Control minus, hence it became smaller. Control plus, it will become bigger. Right? So this is how it can be zoomed in and zoomed out, teachers. Now, the another important thing is about the rearrangement of the slides here. Let's say we want this Monuments of India, this slide goes before this one and this slide comes to the bottom, right? This rearrangement can be easily done here. With the help of this panel that we see, the navigation panel, we can always change it. And we can also view it in another manner. Let's say we want to view it in a grid manner. So this also can be done. From here also we can make the changes, teachers. Dragging and dropping. 1 second. Okay. Yes, like this. It will move from here to here, wherever we want to place. This is called as grid view, and the other one was the navigation one. Like this. This is the regular view that we see. So we can change the view, we can change the arrangement of the slides, cut, copy, paste. Yes, definitely. That is also available. And it is very, very easy to make these changes, teachers. I hope it is clear, teachers. Any questions from your side regarding these two projects? I mean, the last project that we have just done. Anything that you would like to know? Any questions, teachers, regarding the 3 projects that we have done so far or Google Slides? All right, perfect, perfect. Now, I told you there was a speaker notes option that we were going to discuss, right? This is not in the syllabus, but I would definitely like to show since we have a little time. Now, let's say you are presenting this slide, teachers, and you want to have some speaker notes which are not visible to the audience, right? So how do we do that? We will add the speaker notes here. Let's say I'm writing here, describe the monument, ask questions to the audience, like this. Maybe, and more notes can be added where you can actually read those notes. If you're presenting it online, it is easily possible. We can always do that. And these speaker notes will not be visible. This will not be visible to the audience, but it will be visible to you. But this is possible only online, teachers. For the offline presentation, we'll have to prepare for that thoroughly. Okay. Right. So the 3 projects are done. I hope, teachers, all the 3 projects are clear to you. And we'll do one thing. We'll revise this with the help of quiz questions. Which feature lets us write or draw in slideshow mode? Is it image, annotation, or animation? We had seen, I mentioned the term for it. I hope you all remember, teachers. Okay, I hope I'm connected. Okay, Survi ma'am answered it first. That was option B. Annotation. Yes, teachers, that is called as annotation. When we are drawing something or writing something over the presentation, when it is in the slideshow mode, that is called as annotation. Not just in Google Slides. Right now, even while we are in the Zoom also, see, I'm drawing something on this. This is not a feature I'm using from Google Slides. I'm using it from Zoom. Okay, you're able to see this. I'll erase it. Okay. So yes, like this, it can be erased. It will not erase the slides, but it will erase the annotation that I have done. So that is the correct answer, teachers. I'll close this. Annotation is the correct one. Let's go for the second one. Dash helps us view the slides in different sizes. Is it sound, zoom, or charts? Which one is it? Sound, zoom, or charts? Yes, that is option B. It is the zoom feature that allows us to do so. Perfect, teachers. Right. So I would like to congratulate all of you for completing all the 3 projects in Google Slides. And again, wasn't it again easy, teachers, to understand? Yes. Easy to understand and easy to implement also. And I would like to say, teachers, there are so many options that you can explore here. And I would like to say there are so many, interesting things that can be added here. You can also, I think you all remember we created things in Canva. Those can be downloaded, inserted from here. All of that is possible, easily possible, right? We can add more and more things and we can make our presentations more interesting and effective, I would say. Perfect. Presenting my screen, teachers. If you've got any questions, please let me know. Anything that you would all like to ask me. Any questions coming from your side, teachers, I would be answering those. Okay, thank you, Rajni ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, Priyanka ma'am. Great to know that you are all clear with all the concepts. Wonderful. Right. Team, if we can let the teachers unmute themselves, and you can also share the feedback form with the teachers. I would request all the teachers to fill up this feedback form that our team is sharing so that you all can let us know what you felt about this webinar and how you liked it. Doubt about action button. Yes, Chetna ma'am. Please tell me what is your doubt. Team, if we can let Chetna ma'am unmute. Okay, I'll ask. Yes, ma'am. You can unmute yourself, Chetna ma'am, and tell me your doubt. Okay, annotation and okay. I'll share the screen, teachers. Just 1 minute. Action button and annotation, 2 things, right? Okay, action button. This is the one. So, Chetna ma'am, I would like to know what exactly is your doubt regarding the action button. Meanwhile, I'll explain the annotation part here. Yes, teachers, here is the link. The feedback form has been shared by our team. Thank you, Amandeep ma'am. Yes. Yes, Akshay.
Teachers can unmute themselves by themselves.
Okay. One by one, I'll take the questions, teachers. So here we can see the action button, right? So, ma'am, this action button, Chetna ma'am, is going to help us navigate from the presentation to another website or a link that we want to add here. It can directly take us. You can see here, this will take us to another web page. We have added a link to Wikipedia. All right. This will easily do that. And what we have to do is we simply will right click this link and we can put any link. Even we can put a link to our another presentation. Okay, let me show you. This is the one. Okay, let's copy link. I'll have to share the access. Just 1 minute. Anyone with link is a viewer. Okay, copied link. And then we put it here. And then we put the presentation link here. Okay, when we go to the slideshow mode, we can click this. And this will take us to the solar system presentation, ma'am. Can you see? With just that one action button, we were able to reach here, right? This is easily possible. Perfect. Amandeep, ma'am, thank you for your kind words. I'm glad that you are able to take, really take a lot of information from these webinars. Thank you so much, ma'am. Okay, for the other question, I think, yes, Surbi ma'am had a question regarding annotation part, right? Ma'am, when we are presenting the entire PPT in a slideshow mode, right? So what we can do is here, we can use this option here. I'm clicking on these three dots, and then we'll use the turn on pen option. So whatever we want to highlight, while now when I'm saying this, I would like to underline the word monuments of India. So teachers, we are now going to talk about monuments of India. So when we do this, this is going to add more impact to the presentation. And let us now understand about the action button. So I've circled that button. Now it is making you focus on that action button, right? Apart from that, let's say we would like to go to any other slide. I think there was one table that we added, right? Here. We want to go here and we want to add, I want to put your focus to Taj Mahal or maybe Delhi, right? This is how we will underline that. And this is called annotation. When we are presenting the entire PPT or the presentation, we are trying to draw the focus of the audience by using the pen option. We try to annotate. That will not disturb the actual slide, but that will be a temporary thing that we are drawing or writing on the slide. Or maybe just I would just write the word hi to show you that we can type. I mean, write here something, right? Okay. Thank you, Ramila ma'am. Thank you, Mona ma'am. Thank you so much. Yes, प्रियंका मैम, आप बाद में भी देख सकती हैं ये क्लास, ये यूट्यूब पर अवेलेबल होगी योलो की ऐप में. योलो का जो ऐप लिंक है, आई थिंक आई विल ट्राई टू शेयर विथ यू ऑल. YouTube, we'll try to share through YouTube. Just 1 minute. It's a YouTube channel that we have. And currently it's going on live. This video is going on live. Okay, so we can see here. See, this one is the live one, right? I'm sharing this link with you all so that you can always visit this. Thank you, Tabassum ma'am. Thank you, Ramila ma'am. See, I'm sharing this link with you all. So whatever webinars go on throughout our, in our YOLO channel, you can always see this. Okay. I hope teachers, I've answered all your questions and doubts, right? Any other things? You can turn on your mics if you've got any questions and let me know. Thank you so much. All right. I'm glad teachers कि आप लोगों को आसानी से समझ में आ रही है चीजें और आप लोग इतना एक्टिवली पार्टिसिपेट भी कर रहे हैं दिन भर स्कूल से आने के मतलब काम करने के बाद भी और यहाँ पर भी मतलब आप पूरे सेशंस में पूरी एनर्जी लगा के आप आंसर्स दे रहे हैं, आप क्वेश्चंस पूछ रही हैं. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर दैट. It is always great to meet you all in these webinars and have nice interactions with you and also teach you more and more things. I think more of information sharing happens here. Right. Thank you, Chetna ma'am. Teachers, I hope you have all filled up the feedback form. We would like to know what improvements we can make, what suggestions we can take up. That would be more and more interesting. We'll make our webinars more fun and engaging for you all. And we will try to add more and more content that can be more informative for you all. Thank you so much, Kumud ma'am. Thank you, Chetna ma'am. Thank you, Megha ma'am. Team, I think we can now end the webinar. Thank you so much, teachers, for such an active participation. Have a wonderful evening. See you soon in another webinar. Bye-bye, teachers.